Santa Fe, New Mexico. We're going to go over the windmill today. A few things before we start the windmill. If you have not mastered some of the basic kettlebell moves, one arm moves I would say, especially a snatch or a press, you're not ready to do this movement. So I'm going to assume that you know how to do that safely and that you have the ability to lock out your shoulder, lock out your elbow and pack your shoulder down at the same time. You'll need to do this. So the windmill is more advanced, and part of the reason it's more advanced is because it requires so much of the body, which can in the end be very good for us as well. So you're going to need to be able to do thoracic rotation, shoulder stabilization, hip flexion, and hamstring flexibility. It needs to be intact as well. So first I'll show you with a light kettlebell what we're going to cover today, and then I'll go through it step by step. I personally like to snatch my kettlebells up, but it's up to you how you get your kettlebell up, and I'm going to assume you can do that safely like I said before. I'm going to show you first what I'm about to do, and then we'll go through how I'm going to do this. Alright, so let's talk about it. You can see all those things are happening. The biggest problem people get into is this limitation of the thoracic mobility. So the thoracic spine rotation is not available for people. So what we'll see is people getting into their windmill position or thinking they're in a windmill position, going to the side and rounding their spine. This is extremely dangerous for you, and so you need to make sure you're not doing this. In order to make sure you're clear to do that, we'll come down to the ground in a kneeling position as though you're going to do a get-up position. I'm going to take it into my 90-degree angle. There's many different ways you can get thoracic mobility. This is one simple, very small way to do it. I would suggest maybe looking further into this movement though. So here, very, very basic. I'm just placing my foot, my knee, and my hand in the same plane. All right? And from here, I am going to first make sure that I can stack my shoulders in a line. So my arms are in a line. And from here, I will just sweep my arm underneath, pull it back up, touch my ribs, straighten. And I'm just going to do that a few times, making sure that my ribs are capable, ready, and okay with moving in this direction. Then I'm going to take it down to the elbow. Same thing. Be careful not to go into pain, moving into pain. Also make sure that your weight is shifted onto your leg so that you're not stabilizing on your arm, you're stabilizing on your leg and your hip. Good. And coming back out of that. Very basic. Like I said, there are many ways to do this, so it's one of many. Alright, so let's start from the beginning without a weight, really important. Okay, actually I'm going to step to the side here. Alright, so my feet are approximately shoulder width apart. I am from this position going to slide my feet to the side at about a 45-30 degree angle. 45-30, okay? So I am not picking them up and moving them, very important for you to remember. Pick up the toes, rotate the feet, 45-30. There we go. All right, so from here, what I like to think about is the hip hinge, which is so essential in everything we do with the kettlebell. So hip hinge is going to be really, really important here. So let's lock out our arms, elbows locked, shoulders packed, pulling it into the rib. Rotating the spine as I slightly bend the front leg, hinging into the back leg, not the front leg. This is just going to be a small movement for now. And I like to think about hinging as though I'm going to do a deadlift. It's a really nice, easy way for you to start to think about moving your hip toward the wall behind you. All right, so again, locking out, shoulders packed down into the ribs. 45-30 degree angle, hinging from my hip. Now let's think about hinging and rotating the spine at the same time. Sliding the long arm down the leg, hinging, rotating at the same time, sliding, When I'm here, don't go too far yet, making sure my shoulders pack down and that I can tap my foot. So really you want almost no weight on that front foot at all. Almost no weight. Okay? This is where we get into problems. Some people will come here and think that it's really fancy and cool to get their hand down to the floor, and so they will do a lateral bend, flexion of the spine, while loaded, extremely dangerous. That's what I was talking about before. So for now, you want to make sure you're clear in all these different movements. So here, hinging and rotating at the same time, hinging and rotating, sliding the front arm down, sitting back into the back leg, packing the shoulder down, driving up from the base leg. That's all that's all we want you to do for now. If that movement is clear, then you can move to the next step. And I hope I'm making myself clear. That means you are not rounding or hiking your hip. You do not want to stress your low back in any way. That should be helpful to the low back, not painful to the low back and the sacrum. Okay, so again, I'm going to snatch my kettlebell up, clear myself first, which is locking out, packing the shoulder down, 45-30, spinning, chopping at the hip, and rotating at the same time. Do you see it? Here's the rotation of the spine as I sit into the back leg, which is straight, or almost straight if you can't get there. Sitting into the back leg, rotating the spine, long arm. If you can only go here without doing anything funky in your back, fine. Own it before you move forward, okay? So here we go. Sitting, 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 packing down. If you are capable, then you go. If you are not, just own the movement. So that is the very beginning, the idea of getting started with the windmill. There's more to it, but I'm going to let you practice that for now.